I was walking up the street, and the police cruiser pulled up to the street where I was going to cross. So I just waited for the police cruiser to move, and he didn't move. And suddenly he got out of the car, and he walked over to me, and he said, Mr. Taylor, there's been an accident, and your son's been involved in it, and, well, they need you to come and identify his body.
Dick and Dorothy Taylor lost their son Richard at the age of 30. They tell his story.
Our son was a college student, and he was a member of the golf team for 4 years and was captain the last 2 years, and was a very strong, athletic young man, and was about 6'4".
Very handsome, and he had a marvelous personality. He had a very outgoing personality, and very respectful to us. He was our firstborn.
On a very bright January sunny afternoon, he was walking because his car had broken down, and he was walking back, and a young fellow, an impaired driver, ran off the road at about 4:15 in the afternoon and hit him and killed him.
Dick and Dorothy remember the days that followed.
You have many, many emotions, and like I think it was probably about the second day, I got up that morning, and you look out the window. You hate everything and everybody.
John, I would go in my office and close the door and sit there all day and do nothing.
It's difficult to even make your mind work. You know, when this initially happens, you're so shocked. And maybe that's nature's way of allowing your body to come to terms with the traumatic experience, the shock that you have been given.
The funeral came quickly and was gone.
Okay, the funeral's over. Things are getting back to order. All the dishes have been taken back, that, you know, all the people that brought food. And so they think, okay, now you're ready to start functioning. Doesn't happen that way. For 3 weeks after Richard was killed, I couldn't pray. I was numb. In fact, I didn't even think about praying. All of these people were praying for us and about our situation, but here I am, and this has happened to me, and I can't even pray.
Dorothy found that it took more than a few weeks, or months, or years to recover from Richard's death. In the beginning, she and her husband didn't understand that.
I have to confess this, and very apologetically, we had some very good friends of ours who had lost a son about a year or two before that in an automobile accident. And they kept, this was on their mind constantly, and frankly, I got tired of hearing about it.
Fortunately, Dick and Dorothy had some friends who did understand.
There were at least two people who sent us a little something, either a little note or a card or something, all the time. And they would always put on there that they love us and that they're concerned about us. You expect to get all these sympathy cards, like you get 10,000 sympathy cards and you have to answer all those. You know how that is. But who sends you the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th, and 12th one? It's those unusual people.
With the help of those unusual people, and with the help of their family and their faith in God, Dick and Dorothy eventually got better. But it took a long time, and things were never the same.
I can remember the first time that we laughed again after this happened. And you're so surprised to find yourself laughing because it's been so long. And it really feels good because then you begin to think, I can laugh again. Life is going to go on even though you think it isn't.
Life went on, but the Taylors were permanently changed. They found it helped them to help others.
I had one parent call one day, and he had witnessed his child being run over right in front of him. And he called me up and he told me, he said, I'm really having a hard time today. And I said, oh, I know, Juan. And he says, I know you do. Because he said, I know you know how I feel. And he says, it's so good to talk to someone that knows how I feel.
You know, they say he's dead. But actually, look at what we're doing.
Every day when I help someone, then that's something for Richard. And that's very important to me. That I guess I feel that he's living on in what I can do to help someone else.
Despite the passage of time and the discovery of meaning in a sudden death, pain continues and memories linger. There are markers everywhere, all the time.
The pain never goes away. It's always there. It's always in the back of your mind. Everything you do every day, it's been 3 years and 3 months, and it's still very difficult for us.
There was a hawk that Richard liked. And this hawk traveled that area. And so, of course, as I'd travel, every once in a while I'd see that hawk sitting in a tree, you know.